Good morning ladies and gentlemen, my name is Napoleon Total and today I am back with another enlisted squad review. This time we are doing the new paratrooper squad that we were given during the reinforcements received event. In today's case, we are doing the 2nd Paratroopers Regiment of the 185th Paratroopers Division Folgore. Like with every squad review, I'll be doing the history of the units, the weapon history and development, and a review on the unit Ingam. That said, this video has been made possible through the friends at Discord, meaning if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, I highly suggest that you do. But that said, let's get started with today's video. On the 20th of March 1938, the first Italian parachuting school was activated by the Royal Italian Air Force in Italian Libya at Castel Benito Air Base. At the outbreak of World War II, the school had raised 2 Libyan and 1 Italian paratroopers battalion. In July 1940, the school moved to Al Marj, where the school was overrun by British forces during Operation Compass. On the 15th of October 1939, the Royal Italian Air Force activated the Royal Air Force Paratroopers School in Tarquinia near Rome, which trained the units for the Folgore Division. On the 1st of September 1941, the 2nd Paratroopers Regiment was formed in Viterbo. The regiment was assigned to the Paratroopers Division, which had been formed in Tarquinia on the same date. The division was planned to participate in the proposed invasion of Malta and began to train for the operation. In July 1942, the invasion of Malta was postponed indefinitely, and after the First Battle of El Alamein, the General Staff of the Royal Italian Army decided to send the Paratroopers Division to Libya as reinforcements for the depleted German-Italian Panzer Army Africa. As the division would be deployed as infantry, it was renamed on 27 July 1942 185th Infantry Division Folgore. After arriving in North Africa, the division was sent to the extreme south of the Axis line at El Alamein, between Deir el Munasib and Karad el Himeimat, from the 30th of August to the 5th of September 1942. The division participated in the unsuccessful Axis attempt to outflank the British 8th Army at El Alamein in the Battle of Alam el Halfa. On the 29th of September 1942, the British launched Operation Braganza against the paratroopers of the Folgore, who despite numerical inferiority, managed to repulse the British attack. The Second Battle of El Alamein began, and on the 25th of October, the British launched an all-out attack by 3 British divisions and a Free French brigade against the Folgore's positions. The attack was repulsed by 3 a.m. of the 26th of October. When the Folgore received the order to abandon its positions and retreat westwards during the defense, none of the division's positions had been lost to the British. The division began its retreat. During the night, the division left behind 1,100 dead. During the retreat, the division formed the Axis rearward. The remnants of the division were overtaken and surrounded by motorized British forces and forced to surrender. On the 25th of November 1942, the division was declared lost due to wartime events. The few survivors who managed to escape were organized into the 285th Paratroopers Battalion Folgore, which fought in the Tunisian campaign on the Mareth Line and was destroyed during the Battle of Takrauna on the 20 to 21st of April 1943. For their conduct and sacrifices during the Western Desert Campaign and at El Alamein, the 3 regiments of the 185th Infantry Division Folgore were awarded Italy's highest military honor, the Gold Medal of Military Valor. The unit continued serving all the way through the Cold War and into the modern era, with its most recent deployment in March of 2004, where the regiment was deployed to Kosovo as part of NATO's Kosovo force. During its deployment, it received the Silver Medal of Army Valor. That said, let's move on to the history of the weapon. The OG-43, designed by Giovanni Oliani at Società Anonima Ravelli Manifattura Armagera, was an advanced submachine gun designed for compactness and ease of mass production. It is part of a family of weapons produced under emergency measures during the time of the Italian Social Republic, which include the TZ-45 submachine gun, FNAB-43, and Asata Frascini. The Ministry of War of the RSI had approved the construction, but it was never initiated as events unfolded. The OG-43 sported a very modern design compared to its contemporaries. The receiver was made of stamped sheet metal, with the magazine serving as a grip. The bulk of the L-shaped bolt, along with the recoil spring, was housed in a cylinder directly above the barrel, which helped reduce muzzle climb when firing. The reciprocating cocking handle was located in the forward section of the bolt housing. The weapon was short recoil blowback operated and fired from an open bolt in both automatic and semi-automatic mode. Adjustable iron sights were fitted, with 2 possible settings for either 100 meters or 200 meters. Initially equipped with forward folding metal stock, Later production runs were fitted with simpler wooden fixed stocks. It used the same double-stack magazines as the Beretta MAB 38, available in 10, 20, 30, or 40 rounds. That said, let's move on to the flamethrower, the Lanciafium Mod 41 d'Assalto. The Mod 41 was meant to be an extremely light and compact flamethrower to equip paratroopers and assault engineers. The weapon was developed during the year 1941 in response to the need of a portable flamethrower that could be used for close urban combat. The result was a man-portable flamethrower, which consisted of the widely used backpack fuel tank and a nozzle assembly that connects all the way to a hose that would then allow the user of the weapon to fire towards the enemy. The weapon had an effective range of roughly 20 to 25 meters, 65 to 82 feet, and was used extensively during the North African campaigns against the Allies. The weapon was primarily used to clear out bunkers, trenches, and fortifications. The weapon continued its service after the Second World War until it was completely phased out by the year 1998 due to its obsolete design. That said, let's move on to the stats and perks. The Lanciafium Mod 41 d'Assalto has a rate of fire of 1200 with a jet length of 32 and the damage from jet at 60. However, the flamethrower only has a fuel tank of 100 rounds, which could be problematic if you are using this for an extended amount of time. The AUG 43 is. For one, the hit power is average at 6.8. The rate of fire is lower than average or lower than my liking at 570, which is the same as the Beretta M1. On the other hand, it has even lower recoil than the Beretta M1 at 22. That said, the weapon only has 20 rounds, which could be an issue when dealing with enemies at close range. Moving on to the perks, this Italian paratrooper has some of the best perks in game, with plus 35% Vitali and plus 75% medic pack usage speed. This means that these guys can survive rifle shots, and if they get down they can get up in 2 seconds, which by itself is already really scary. That said, I do suggest you guys equip the squad with minus 40% firearm vertical recoil, since it will make the recoil even better. With that said, let's move on to the verdict. Should you get this? The answer is yes. For one, the squad flamethrower comes in after the drop, meaning that you still have to option to choose other weapons besides a flamethrower, which is neat. And for the flamethrower, all 6 of your paratroopers get them. What is also interesting is that the flamethrower is also good. In my opinion, it has the range, velocity, and damage of the M2, the ROX 3, and the Flammenwerfer 41, but with only half the fuel. Overall, the flamethrower is great, especially since it comes with a paratrooper squad and the fact that all 6 of your troopers have a flamethrower. That said, the fuel for the flamethrower is concerning, but enough to burn through several people. The AUG 43, on the other hand, is a very good weapon for long range since its recoil is very low and the 20-round magazine and the fire rate are going to be an issue at short range. That said, the squad itself is unique, the weapons of the squad are unique, and what is more impressive is the flamethrower, which given to a paratrooper squad can make taking objectives extremely easy. Overall, I would suggest that you all get this squad. That said, this is all it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the comments section down below of what do you think of this squad. I'll see you in the next one.